And good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filighera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. First, I apologize for the little bit of a delay in getting this particular update out this evening, but I did have a scheduled late coaching session with a new member of the trade room, and it was spectacular. I really enjoyed it, and I think that we covered a great amount of information, which was very necessary. In the meantime, back at the ranch, I have made some adjustments to the count, and what I have not done, I have not broken any rules, nor have I gone against the current trend in making those changes. And therefore, I continue to follow Elliott rules, but I've just extended what is the market is actually doing and making sense of it at the same time. So I'm going back to where the wave 4, minor wave 4 has always been labeled, and that's right at that 14,712 low from August the 19th. From that level, we have been tracing out a minor fifth wave advance. Now, within that minor fifth wave advance, we get 5 waves of minute degree. And that's where it started to get sticky because I believe I actually was counting a little bit too fast. And so I backed up, and there's where the minute wave 1 was previously. But I noticed that this broke down into its own 5, and I changed the count to reflect that. So sub-minute waves 1 through 4. Oops, let me fix that one real quick so we can see it. A little outlier just kind of hanging out there by itself in red. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that 5 is actually a little bit wrong and should be. So we have the sub-minutes in there, and then we have minute wave 1. And actually, that's kind of in the area where we had wave 3 before. But now you're going to watch and see what happened, because today the market did run up and got all the way up to 15,699. First thing, right out of the gate this morning on the open, it ran straight up to 15,699. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. We're going to go right up above 15,700 and on up. And I now expect that. So I'm going to drop this back down to the hourly chart so we get a little bit more detail about what actually took place. So here again, there's the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1. There's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3. So both waves 1 and 3 extended. Now, what we have is a wave 4. So the first fib that I'm going to put up there is just to see what are the capabilities, or what are the parameters we can put around this 4th wave that appears to be happening right now. And that actually belongs right there. And I'm going to go up to this top, which is 15,699. There you go. And we're going to go up. Yeah, well, that's going to work. No. 96. It's being difficult. Right up here. We're going to go right there. It's a little bit off. I can correct that right now. Put that in. So 15,099. Bing. So let's take a peek. If indeed this is going to be a normal, or what a most common 4th wave, where again we're going to be looking for, or 4th wave, we're going to be looking for it to be coming down into the price territory of the previous 4th wave of 1 lesser degree. That's right here. So we're halfway there, and possibly we're going to find some support at 15,593, which very early overnight we got through that, but came back And we've got the 50-day moving average at 15,595, which is going to offer some support and in all honesty, could complete the move. It's within the price territory. It's just that its terminus, its endpoint is normally at the same place, right in this area. But we're going to say that the terminus end of this fourth wave can come within this territory. And that brings us right down to 15,528 because we'll round it up. And that was right where this one ended previously, a little bit lower. So that could happen tomorrow. It might take through Friday, and then we resume the rally maybe on Tuesday after the long holiday weekend. But right now, I'm thinking that we kind of get into a little bit of oversold. We're running low on the momentum. It's kind of waning out here. So, but this is still pointing pretty hard down. So we're going to let this continue to unfold overnight and see where it goes. Anywhere down into here, as long as I'm able to count, excuse me, 5 waves, an ABC, excuse me, an ABC down, I'm good. So here's the high, there's the A, there's the B, and we're coming off in a C. And it could be done. It could be done right down in here. This looks like a little ABC, and then we're going to come down and maybe just down to 93, maybe a little bit lower. And maybe 86, they'll find some support, and then we have ultimate down here at 527. So that's the name of that tune. Now I'm going to start building again all of our levels. So I'm going to take off these retracements so we don't get them all undo. Let me just take them off this way since I didn't want to do it before. Okay. So the first one, excuse me, I'm going to go out to the 4-hour chart. And I now want to run 4 minor wave 5. So we're going to put those up first. And this high was, I'll tell you what, I'm going to lower this a little bit. Bring this into here. Come on. Let's try that one again. There we go. So now I got a little bit cleaner shot. 1, minor wave 2, 2 minor wave 3, 34. I tell you, sometimes you just can't win for trying. Put that up there. One more time. Now we're going to run up to, oops, too far, this high. 34. Where are you? Here, come on, there you are. And then we're going to move it down to the low of wave 4, which was 7, 10, 50. Come on, dang it. All right, I'm going to go right there, but I know I can go in and fix that real quick. Right down 94, it's going to be 15, 14,710. Okay, makes a slight change. So that's our first levels. Where can minor wave 5 end up? Well, we always had these other numbers, which they did meet, but now they've exceeded, and today got almost up to above 15,700. But its first stop actually is 15,808, and the 618 minor 5 would be 618 of minor 3 at 16,068. We always had these upper level numbers, we just never figured out or thought, how would they get there? So now I'm going to add the next one, and again, going out to the daily chart. I think I can get it all on the daily chart. Yes, this is going to be the bottom of, yeah, okay. So let me bring those together. Now we're going to put in intermediate wave 5. What can we expect from intermediate wave 5? And I think we're going to be almost already up to all the levels for intermediate wave 5. Because we have truly just gone to the moon I'm going to go back down to my hourly chart and let's start working them out. So those are the levels for the intermediate wave 5, and we exceeded those yesterday and then again today. So 50%, that goes with minor. 618, here's the 100%. The 100% is 16,348. So intermediate 5 can equal intermediate wave 3 at 16,348. So now we're building a little bit of a sequence here above 16,000. This is going to last a little bit longer, I believe. Now, let's kind of come in, and now we're going to look at, we have, still, I don't have this fourth wave in, and that would be my last piece, but I'm going to give an estimate. Now, we had figured that it could come all the way down, but I don't think we're going to get too far, so I'm just going to bring it down to 15,603 right now. And if it goes further, we will make additional adjustments, but we're just trying to get some estimates going on where all of this could land. So we're going to go 2 to 3, and then bring it down to 15, this right there. I'm just going to tie it to the 50-day moving average. And now we're going to pull that open and see where we start to overlap. We have some good overlap at 15,800. We have 50% for minor 5, and we have a 50% for minute 5. No. Yeah, for minute 5. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. So we have 50% for minor 5 and a 50% for minute 5. That's a good, nice little level right there. Where does it go from there? Minor 5 would be 618 of minor 3. That's the most common relationship. That's 16,068. And we got 100% for minute 5 at 16,033. Another very high likely candidate. So now we got 1, then we got 2. Let's see if we can figure a third one in here somewhere. We have 100%. Intermediate wave 5 would equal intermediate wave 3 at 16,348. We have that minute wave 5 would be 170.5% of minute wave 3 at 16,000. What's these levels? Tell me again. 48. And this is going to be even a little bit higher. Let me pull this one up. That's 48. They're kind of overlapping, so I'm going to say they're right in the same area. So now we have overlap, overlap, overlap. So we have quite a bit of overlap. That's quite a bit of rally left, at least 200 points. And what's 400 points between friends? The way this thing has just kind of roared through everything. And that's really why I went back and I had to recheck and re-extend and do things that are within the purview of Elliott wave, which are acceptable on Elliott wave. Again, I did not change the trend, and I did not change or the direction of the trend, and I did not affect any moves within it. I just extended them. So they continue to be 3s and 5s and 3s and 5s. And what has happened often, and often happens with Elliott analysts, we can have a tendency to count too fast. So instead of allowing the waves to break down and then break, individually, we don't necessarily look for those. So we start, and it's like, okay, so now we're running out of levels on the degrees that we're counting. So that just means you got to take it down a degree. And that's what I did right here into this area. So minor wave 5 remains the larger wave that's in progress, but within it, I had to break each one of these, the minute waves, into sub-minute level. And that's what has worked now, to put the third wave here instead of here, which would have made this fifth wave extend beyond belief. So now it fits much cleaner. It's a cleaner looking chart. And we're going to now allow for these much higher levels. So tomorrow we may see a little bit of, a continuation to the downside to finish this fourth wave. If not, then I would be looking for the fifth wave to pick up and to begin to accelerate back, just go right on through. It is also going to subdivide into its own 5. That I'm going to anticipate and expect. Right here, the third is the third wave extended there, and the third wave extended here, and that can happen again in the fifth. That is one thing that within Elliott, when Elliott was constructing his postulates, when he was writing down his principles for the Elliott wave principle, he was noting that out of waves 1, 3, and 5, one of them would subdivide, and that normally happened within the third wave. Well, what I have begun to realize since we've really gone into algorithmic and all electronic trading is that it is quite often where 1, 3, and 5 will subdivide within that in their third waves. Not always, but often. So that's why when I'm counting this, I try to be careful and don't count too fast. It's like, oh, there's the 3, oh, there, because it's not going to work out. And once I extend it back out and look at it closely, it all fits. So here, a little bit of a downside to finish this minute fourth wave. Remember, we do actually have support back down. Computers, can't live with them, can't live without them. Try it one more time. All right, so that's that. Open it up. So the expected decline would come into the price territory of the fourth wave of one lesser degree. That's right here. So, and then 382 did come all the way down to here. It was 15,527, I believe. And here we have this at 17. Well, we have the 50 right up here. And so far, the 50 has not even been tested since, well, yesterday. It got tested yesterday, but regained its composure. I suppose that we could allow this fourth wave to also come down and break it and then retake it as it completes. But these little internal little waves in here are telling me that we probably could get, that's 99, that's 30 points. Yeah, it could get down into there. It could exceed it by a little bit and then make good on where I planted it at the 50. I will make adjustments to that once that move is complete and in place. This is where I'm going to leave it for right now. Our next update will be on Thursday, September 2nd.